You may not feel it yet, but every week, every month, your legs might be getting a little weaker. You tell yourself it's just age. You're slowing down, that's normal. You need more rest. That's expected. But what if it's not just age? What if something else is quietly taking away your strength? Something you do every single day without even thinking about it. The truth is, after 60, your body naturally begins to lose muscle, especially in your legs. But how fast that happens and how much control you keep comes down to small daily habits. Habits like the way you move, how you walk, whether you use stairs, even how you rest, stretch, or eat. Individually, these habits seem minor, but repeated every day, they slowly chip away at your muscle mass, your balance, and your ability to stay independent. That's how it happens. You lose a bit of leg strength, then a bit of confidence. And before you know it, you stop going out as much. You rely on the armrest more. You feel a little less steady on your feet until one day, a fall, a scare, a setback. But here's the good news. These habits can be changed, and it doesn't take a gym or special equipment. You don't need to do anything extreme. All you need is awareness and a few smart shifts in your day-to-day routine. So in this video, we'll walk you through 6 small but powerful habits that could be weakening your legs and show you what to do instead, step by step. These are habits you can change starting tomorrow morning, no matter your age, health, or fitness level. Let's begin with the first habit, and it's one almost every senior does without realizing it. Let's begin with the most obvious and yet most overlooked habit that weakens your legs. You simply don't use them enough. It might sound too simple, but it's the truth. After 60, many people retire, spend more time indoors, and naturally move less. You're not chasing kids. You're not rushing to work. You're not running errands like you used to. You sit longer. You walk shorter distances. You rely more on the car, even for just one block. But here's the catch. Muscles that aren't used shrink. This includes the quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, and calf muscles. The 4 major muscle groups that power your ability to stand from a chair, climb stairs, catch yourself if you trip, and simply walk with confidence. And the problem is, this kind of muscle loss, called disuse atrophy, happens faster than most people realize. A study from Tufts University found that after just 10 days of significantly reduced activity, adults over 60 lost more than 10% of muscle strength in their legs, and it took weeks of effort to rebuild what was lost. And no, casual movements around the house, like walking to the fridge or the bathroom, aren't enough. Your legs need deliberate, load-bearing movement to stay strong. So what can you do? Start small, but be consistent. Walk for 5 to 10 minutes every 2 to 3 hours during the day. Choose stairs when possible, even if it's just a few steps. When standing up from a chair, pause and sit down and stand up again once or twice for added strength. These tiny adjustments create small bursts of resistance, and over time, these moments signal your muscles to stay active and alive. Also consider this. It's not about getting your steps in. It's about how intentionally you engage your legs. Try walking with slightly longer strides or walking against a light incline like a ramp. These micro challenges wake up your muscles and retrain your balance. And if you've been inactive for a long time, don't worry. Muscles respond at any age, even in your 70s, 80s, or beyond. You just have to give them a reason. So before we move on, take a look at your typical day. Are your legs just carrying you, or are they being trained to support you? Because without regular, purposeful movement, no amount of stretching or supplements can protect you from what comes next. Let's move on to the second habit, and it's one many people avoid out of fear, but it may actually be what your legs need most. It's understandable. Stairs can feel intimidating, especially after a certain age. The fear of falling, of missing a step, or of feeling off balance is real. And for many seniors, that fear leads to one simple rule: avoid stairs at all costs. They choose ramps, they use elevators. They even rearrange their home so they never have to go upstairs again. At first glance, this seems wise, safe, practical, but over time, avoiding stairs completely comes with a hidden cost, a cost your legs quietly pay. Why? Because stairs are one of the most natural forms of resistance training your legs will ever get. Every step you take upward activates your glutes to lift your quads, to extend your hamstrings and calves, to stabilize and support, and your core and hips to balance your entire body. In fact, according to a study from the British Journal of Sports Medicine, climbing stairs just 10 minutes per day significantly improved lower body strength, balance, and cardiovascular health in adults over 60, even more effectively than walking alone. When you avoid stairs entirely, you eliminate this natural and necessary stimulus. Your body starts thinking, I guess I don't need these muscles anymore, and slowly it stops maintaining them. So what's the solution? We're not saying you should charge up flights of stairs today, especially if you have joint issues, instability, or fear of falling. But gradual reintroduction is key. Here's how to do it safely. Start with just 2 to 3 steps, like a front porch or low indoor step. Hold on to a sturdy railing or wall for support, but don't lean all your weight. Go up slowly, one step at a time. Pause at the top, then come down. If that's too much, practice step-ups using a low platform or bottom stair, stepping up and down in place. Aim for 2 to 3 minutes a day, slowly increasing over time. Even doing this just 3 times a week can make a noticeable difference in strength and confidence. If stairs are truly unsafe for you, consider incline walking on ramps or gentle slopes. What matters is reintroducing resistance and elevation into your movement, because this is how your legs remember how to lift, stabilize, and respond. And here's something to think about. Avoiding stairs doesn't eliminate the risk of falls. It increases it by making your legs less prepared for real-world movement. Your muscles don't just protect you, they prepare you. So the next time you see a set of stairs, don't think, that's danger. Think, that's training for the life I still want to live. Let's now move on to habit number 3, a habit that many think is helpful, but may actually be slowing your progress without you realizing it. Imagine this. You're walking down the hallway. Your hand gently rests on the wall or on the back of a chair. Just in case, you feel a bit more stable, a bit more secure. So you keep doing it, at home, in stores, maybe even outside. And over time, it becomes a habit. Your hand always needs something to touch. But here's the surprising truth. While using support can be helpful in the short term, especially after surgery, injury, or illness, over-relying on support every day can actually weaken your balance and leg strength in the long run. Why does this happen? Because balance is not just a feeling, it's a skill. And like any skill, if you don't use it, you lose it. When you constantly hold on to walls, furniture, or even canes without needing them, you prevent your body from doing the small, essential work of balancing itself. Your ankles don't adjust to small shifts. Your core muscles stay inactive. Your leg muscles stop reacting to movement changes. Eventually, your brain stops sending strong balance signals to your muscles because it thinks you're always being supported. And in moments when you really need your balance, like tripping on a rug or stepping off a curb. Your body doesn't respond fast enough. According to a study published in Gait and Posture, older adults who avoided using handrails and support during short walks at home maintained better balance scores and faster reaction times than those who relied on support, even though both groups were the same age. So what should you do? First, let's be clear, safety comes first. If you truly feel unsteady, it's okay to use support. But if you use it out of habit, not necessity, try slowly weaning off. Start with these simple steps. When walking down a hallway, try walking next to the wall without touching it. Around the house, clear pathways so you can walk safely without grabbing furniture. Practice balance drills like standing on one foot near a sturdy chair for 10 seconds at a time. If you use a cane, occasionally carry it lightly during short indoor walks to encourage leg activation. Also, walk barefoot or in socks, if safe at home, for a few minutes daily. This helps reactivate nerve signals from your feet to your brain, a key part of natural balance. The goal isn't to eliminate support, it's to train your body to support itself again, little by little. Even just 5 to 10 minutes a day of unsupported movement in a safe space can start to rebuild your natural reflexes and muscle memory. Remember, you don't need to walk like you're 30 again, but you do deserve to walk with confidence, knowing your body can catch you if you slip, stumble, or step wrong. Now let's talk about a habit many seniors think is gentle exercise, but maybe keeping your legs from truly getting stronger. You need to stay active. That's the advice most seniors hear, and it's true. But here's the problem. Not all movement is created equal. Many older adults believe they're doing enough because they attend a gentle yoga class, or follow a chair workout video, or take slow, short walks. These are good starts, and far better than doing nothing. But if all of your exercise happens from a chair or while barely moving your legs, then your muscles may still be shrinking, especially the ones that support your hips, knees, and balance, the ones that protect you from falls. Why is this a problem? Because after 60, your body enters a natural phase called anabolic resistance. That means your muscles don't respond as strongly to physical activity or protein. To stay strong, they require a bit more challenge, more resistance, more demand. When all you do is seated movement or low-intensity activity, your legs aren't getting enough stimulus to grow or even maintain their size and power. A major study in the Journals of Gerontology found that seniors who engaged only in light activity lost twice as much lower body strength over a 5-year span compared to those who incorporated moderate load-bearing exercises, like standing squats, step-ups, or walking up hills. So while seated stretches, gentle Tai Chi, and low-impact moves are great for flexibility and circulation, they shouldn't be your only form of exercise, not if you want to preserve your leg strength. So what's the better approach? The key is progressive overload, gradually challenging your legs with movements that require effort, not strain. Here's how to begin. Mini squats. Stand behind a chair. Lower just a few inches, then rise. Start with 5 to 10 reps. Step-ups. Use a stable step or stair. Step up and down slowly, holding on to something at first. Wall sits. Stand against a wall and slide down a little, just enough to feel your thighs activate. Hold for 10 to 15 seconds. Start with just 5 minutes, 3 times a week. That alone is enough to trigger muscle engagement, and your legs will start to respond. Also, alternate your routine. If you did chair yoga today, try a few standing balance drills tomorrow. If you walked flat ground yesterday, try a gentle incline or slope today. Mix seated movement with short bursts of standing movement. even if it's just for 2 to 3 minutes. And remember, it's not about pain or intensity. It's about waking your muscles up and reminding them they're still needed. Even slow, controlled standing movement sends a much stronger signal to your muscles than hours of seated motion. Think of it like this. A weak muscle is like a sleepy dog. You don't need to make it run. You just need to whistle loud enough for it to get up again. And once you activate those muscles, a little bit every day, you set in motion a quiet, steady return of strength. Now, before we wrap up, there's one last habit that ties everything together and could make or break your efforts to keep walking strong for years to come. Let's be honest. When we think about leg strength, we often imagine movement, not meals. But here's the truth. What you eat is just as important as how you move. And for seniors, not eating enough protein is one of the most common and most dangerous habits leading to muscle loss. Habit number 5, not eating enough protein. After 60, your body needs more protein than before, not less. That's because as we age, we develop something called anabolic resistance. Your muscles stop responding as strongly to the same amount of protein. So if you don't increase your intake, your muscles start shrinking, even if you're active. But here's the problem. Most older adults eat less protein, not more. They skip breakfast. They eat toast or fruit for lunch. And dinner might be soup, rice, or something soft, but light. The result? They may only be getting 30 to 40 grams of protein per day when the body actually needs 60 to 80 grams minimum, and even more for people who walk or do light exercise. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who consume less than 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight lost significantly more muscle mass and were twice as likely to suffer a fall over 12 months. So what can you do? Aim for 20 to 30 grams of protein per meal. Include sources like Greek yogurt, eggs, lean beef, chicken, tofu, beans, or protein shakes. Don't skip breakfast. It's your chance to fuel your legs early in the day. If needed, add a small whey protein smoothie after a walk or workout. Protein isn't just for bodybuilders. It's for anyone who wants to keep walking, standing, and living freely. Habit number 6, skipping post-walk stretching. Now let's talk about something that often gets ignored, stretching, especially after walking. You might think, I'm just walking. I don't need to stretch. But that's not true. Even gentle walks create micro-tension in your calves, hamstrings, and hips. Over time, without stretching, these muscles become tight, shortened, and less flexible. That means you take smaller steps, your posture suffers, you feel stiff in the morning, and your risk of pulling a muscle or falling increases. A 2022 study from Harvard Medical School showed that seniors who stretched their lower body for just 5 minutes after each walk had better mobility, fewer injuries, and even better sleep quality compared to those who didn't. So how can you build the habit? Right after walking, before you sit down, take 3 to 5 minutes to do this simple routine. Calf stretch. Stand with one foot behind you. Press your heel down gently. Hamstring stretch. Sit on a chair. Extend one leg forward and lean slightly. Quad stretch. Hold onto a wall or chair. Bend one knee and gently pull your heel toward your bottom. Hip opener. Sit tall. Cross one ankle over the opposite knee and lean forward gently. Hold each stretch for 20 to 30 seconds. Breathe deeply. Do not bounce. Focus on relaxing the muscle. This simple habit keeps your legs long, loose, and ready for the next step. Literally. Final thought for today. Protein feeds your muscles. Stretching restores your muscles. Together, they form a powerful duo, one that keeps your legs strong, flexible, and less prone to injury as you age. So next time you go for a walk, remember, the minutes after you stop walking matter just as much as the walk itself. And the food on your plate is part of your strength routine too. Now let's wrap up with a few final thoughts and one powerful question for you to reflect on. You've just discovered 6 small habits, simple things, that might be silently draining your strength each morning. But here's the good news. These are not hard to fix. You don't need fancy machines or expensive supplements. You don't need to feel young again. You just need to feel stronger than yesterday. Because every small step you take today, every healthy breakfast, every stretch, every extra glass of water is a quiet message to your body. I still care. I'm still here, and I'm not giving up. That message matters because the truth is, your legs are not too old to get stronger. Your balance is not beyond repair, and your mornings don't have to feel stiff, weak, or uncertain. You just need the right habits done consistently in ways that work for you. So now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 6 habits surprised you the most? Are there any changes you're planning to make this week? Leave a comment below and share your experience. Your story may inspire someone else. And if you found this video helpful, please click like to let us know. Subscribe for weekly tips on strong aging. Share this video with a friend or loved one who could use a little support in their journey. You're not alone. Thousands of seniors are rebuilding their strength. One choice at a time. You can too. Until next time, stay safe, stay strong, and keep walking forward.